Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. Have you ever noticed how a single smile can completely change the way you see someone? A smile can comfort, seduce, or even manipulate. Today we're diving into the devil's smile, how subtle nonverbal cues test you, and how passing those tests builds subconscious respect and attraction. Let's begin with Chapter 1. Chapter 1. The power of nonverbal cues. A nonverbal communication makes up more than half of human interaction. The way someone smiles, tilts their head, or raises an eyebrow tells you more than words ever could. A smile especially can hold hidden meaning. It can invite you in, or test your strength. Imagine a woman giving you a sly smile after you tell a joke. She's not just acknowledging humor, she's also gauging. Do you stand firm in your confidence, or do you seek her approval too eagerly? Chapter 2. The Devil's Smile Defined. The devil's smile isn't evil. It's playful, mischievous, and slightly challenging. It's the look that says, "I see you." But let's see if you're really as confident as you claim. Think about when someone smirks, with just half their mouth curling up. That's not warmth, it's a subtle challenge. It's saying, prove yourself. Chapter 3. Fitness testing and attraction. In psychology and dating dynamics, this is called fitness testing. It's when someone subtly challenges your value or confidence. If you pass, attraction rises. If you fail, respect fades. She gives you a sly smile right after teasing you. "Oh, you're probably too shy to handle someone like me." If you laugh it off confidently, you pass the test. If you get defensive or flustered, you fail. Chapter 4. Why passing tests builds respect. Let's dive into the psychology. At our core, humans are wired to respect strength under pressure. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Our ancestors needed to know who would stay calm and capable when facing a threat. This instinct hasn't disappeared. It's just shifted to the social arena. In dating, this translates to a deep, often subconscious respect for emotional resilience. This is where fitness tests come in. And no, we're not talking about push-ups. These are subtle social challenges, often subconscious, designed to see if your confidence is real or just a fragile mask. Passing these tests proves your congruence, that your inner self-worth matches your outward behavior. It shows you're not just acting confident, you are confident through and through. Failing a test by getting defensive or needy reveals a lack of congruence and signals weakness. When you pass a test by remaining unfazed, something powerful happens in her mind. Subconsciously, she feels safer with you. Your emotional stability signals that you can handle life's real challenges, making you a desirable protector and partner. She also becomes more intrigued. You didn't react in the predictable, approval-seeking way she's seen before. You've just become a captivating puzzle she wants to solve. This combination of safety and intrigue is a potent catalyst for genuine attraction. Let's walk through a classic scenario. Imagine you mention you're proud of a recent accomplishment, like a promotion. She smirks and says, "Oh, a big shot at the office now, are we?" This is a test. A weak response would be to get defensive. "Well, I worked really hard for it." Or to apologize. "Sorry, I didn't mean to brag." In either case, you've immediately lost the frame and failed the test. You're seeking her validation. Instead, hold her gaze, smile, and playfully challenge her back. You could reply with, "Careful, that eye roll might get stuck." Or lean in slightly and say, "Only on days that end in Y, but I'm willing to share the spotlight." The key is the playful, unbothered delivery. Suddenly, the dynamic shifts. This is called frame control. You haven't just deflected her test. You've held your ground and pulled her into your confident reality. You're not seeking her approval. You're demonstrating your value, and that is something she can't help but respect. Chapter 5. How to respond to the devil's smile. So, you've encountered it, that slight, knowing, mischievous curl of the lips, the devil's smile. It's a powerful social signal, a subtle test designed to see how you'll react. Will you crumble, get defensive, or will you rise to the occasion? When faced with this smile, your primary objective is simple, yet crucial. Do not overreact. An overreaction, whether it's anger, insecurity, or nervous laughter, is an immediate failure of the test. It tells her that she has power over your emotional state. Instead, your response must be built on 3 pillars: stay calm, playful, and grounded. Let's break down what that really means. Calm means your nervous system is regulated. You see the smile, you register it, but it doesn't trigger a fight or flight response. This demonstrates immense emotional control, a highly attractive trait. Playful means you interpret her test not as a threat, but as an invitation to a game. You're showing that you're socially intelligent and don't take yourself too seriously. And grounded means you are secure in your own value. Her smirk doesn't shake your confidence because your self-worth isn't dependent on her approval. You are the mountain. Her smile is just the wind. Now let's get practical. Here are the core techniques to master your response. First, hold eye contact. When she gives you that smirk, the instinct for many is to immediately look away. This is a submissive gesture. Don't do it. Instead, meet her gaze and hold it. This isn't a staring contest. Your gaze should be relaxed, warm, and maybe even a little amused. You're non-verbally communicating, "I see you and I'm not intimidated." Second, smile back, but do it slower. A quick, reactive smile signals nervousness. A slow, deliberate smile shows you are in complete control of the interaction. Let her finish her smirk, hold the eye contact for a beat, and then let a slow, confident smile spread across your own face. It's a knowing smile that says, "I know what you're doing, and I find it amusing." You're matching her energy, but on your own terms and on your own timeline. Third, add a playful line. Once you've held eye contact and returned a slow smile, you can verbally acknowledge the moment. The key is to be playful, not confrontational. Instead of an insecure "what?", try something that assumes she's being mischievous. For example, "You look like you're up to something." Or, "I see that look. What kind of trouble are you plotting over there?" Another great one is, "That's a very dangerous smile. Should I be worried?" The tone is everything. It must be light, teasing, and delivered with that same calm confidence. When you combine these 3 techniques, something magical happens. You flip the test back onto her. You've successfully navigated her frame and established your own. You're no longer the one being evaluated. Instead, you've subtly posed a new question to her. Can you keep up with my level of confidence and playfulness? She is now the one who has to react to your frame. You've passed her test by making her take one of your own. Chapter 6. Real-life scenarios. Let's break down a few real-life examples of the devil's smile in action. At a bar. She smirks as you approach. If you hesitate, she wins. If you approach with relaxed energy, you pass. At work. A colleague gives a sly smile after you share an idea. If you shrink back, your credibility drops. If you stand firm, your influence rises. On a date, she tests you with a mischievous smile after teasing your outfit. Laughing along instead of defending yourself makes you more attractive. Chapter 7. Avoiding the trap of overreaction. The biggest mistake men make is overreacting, either by getting defensive or trying too hard to impress. The devil's smile is powerful because it lures you into proving yourself. Don't take the bait. Confidence is shown, not explained. She smirks and says, "You're not like the guys I usually talk to." The average man's instinct is to seek validation. He'll respond with something weak like, "Really? Why, what kind of guys?" This immediately puts you on the back foot. You're asking for her approval, essentially saying, "Please tell me how I measure up to your standards." It communicates neediness and kills the attraction instantly because you failed her subtle test of your confidence. A strong response, however, doesn't seek approval, it asserts your own frame. Good. Let's keep it that way. This simple line does 3 powerful things. First, it shows you're unfazed by her test. Second, it playfully implies that her usual type of guy might not be up to your standards. And third, it establishes you as a man who is comfortable in his own skin, not someone trying to fit into a box. You've passed the test by refusing to play the game by her rules. Chapter 8. Turning the test around. Passing her test is a crucial defensive move, but the real art lies in flipping it, turning the tables and making her qualify herself to you. This is an advanced technique that shifts the entire dynamic of the interaction. When you confidently respond, you're not just passing a test. You're signaling that you're the one setting the frame. You are the prize. This is the core of what makes a man magnetic. It's not about looks or money. It's about an unshakable inner confidence that makes you the leader of the interaction. You become the source of the vibe, rather than just a reactor to it. That's the kind of energy that creates deep, lasting attraction. Let's look at a classic scenario. You're telling a fun, slightly exaggerated story, and you see her give you that playful, skeptical smirk. Instead of getting defensive or trying to over-explain, you pause, lean in slightly, and flip the script. You look her in the eye and say, "You're smiling like you don't believe me." You've just called out her behavior, showing you're socially aware. Then you issue a playful challenge. Want me to prove it? Look at what just happened. The spotlight is no longer on you and the validity of your story. It's on her. She is now the one who has to respond. Will she play along? Will she challenge you back? Suddenly, she's the one reacting to you, investing her energy into your frame. You've successfully turned her test into a fun, flirtatious game where you make the rules. Chapter 9. Respect and attraction. Attraction without respect is shallow and short-lived. Passing these subtle nonverbal tests builds a deeper connection. Respect lays the foundation for lasting attraction. A woman might be physically attracted at first sight, but when you pass her fitness tests, when you stay calm under her devil's smile, she feels respect, and that respect makes her attraction multiply. Chapter 10. Embracing the devil's smile. So, the next time you see the devil's smile, don't panic. Recognize it for what it is, a playful test of your confidence. Pass the test, and you gain not only attraction but subconscious respect. Remember, attraction isn't about chasing approval, it's about showing strength. The devil's smile is just the invitation. How you respond determines everything. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to Dark Love Psychology for more insights and tips to help you succeed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.